Good morning and welcome back to online class. Today we are going to start the new chapter. Chapter 3, Word Processor, Tabular Presentation. In this chapter, we'll discuss how to create a table in Word and how to perform different operations on table in Word. Today, first we'll discuss the definition of a table, cell, row, and column. Then we'll discuss what are the two different ways to create a table in MS Word 2010. Then we'll discuss the steps to insert table, and then we'll discuss the steps to insert a row or a column after inserting table. First, we'll discuss the definitions. First one is a row. A row is a horizontal section of the table. Next is a column. A column is the vertical section of the table. Then comes the cell. A cell is the basic unit of the table. The intersection of a column and a row is called cell. The last one is a table. A table is an arrangement of text in the form of columns and rows. A table can be useful for enhancing your document, and it is used to enter a data in proper format. Now let's discuss how to insert a table in MS Word 2010. If you want to present your data in a tabular form, you need to first insert a blank table in a Word. There are multiple ways through which you can insert table in Word 2010. The two most common ways of doing so are: first one is inserting a small table, that means a table up to 10 rows and 8 columns, or inserting a large table, that means a table larger than 10 rows and 8 columns. Now let's first discuss the steps to insert a small table. That means if you want to insert a table up to 10 rows or 8 columns. The first is place the insertion pointer over the place where you want to insert the table. That means you have to place the cursor in proper position where you want to insert a table. Next is click Insert tab. Then in the tables group, click Table button. In the drop down menu, you will see a grid. Move your mouse over the desired number of columns and rows in the grid. Once you will click at a particular location, your table will be inserted automatically in your Word document. So this is the first method. Here you only have to select the total number of rows and columns from the given grid of table. Now let's discuss the steps to insert a large table. That means if our table requires a number of rows more than 10 or number of columns more than 8. Now here the first step is place the insertion pointer over the place where you want to insert the table. That means we have to place our cursor at a location where we want to insert a table. Next step is click Insert tab. Then in the tables group, click Table button. Then you have to click insert table from the table drop down menu. That means once you will click on the table button, a drop down menu will be displayed. From that you have to click in insert table. Now once you will click on the insert table, a dialog box will be appeared. From there you have to enter the number of columns in to insert the number of column field. Next, enter the number of rows to insert in the rows field. Now select one of the autofit options as per your needs, which are given in the image also. Either select fixed column width or autofit to contents or autofit to window radio button. That means there are three options are given in the autofit behavior. First is fixed column width. Here the width of each and every column will be fixed. If you will select autofit to content, then the width of your column will be selected as per the column's content. And if you will select autofit to window, then your table will be fit on the window, and accordingly the column width will be equally divided. Then click OK. Once you will click OK, Word will insert the table with the given number of columns and rows and automatically resize the table to fit the document. Now let's discuss how to select a cell or a rows or column. Now to select in a table by using the select menu on table tools in layout tab, you have to select any one options from the given table. First, if you want to select a cell, then click on the tables tool, then in the layouts tab in tables group, click select, then click select cell. See in the figure also, if you will click on select cell, then a cell will be selected. Then in the same process, if you will click a select row, where the cursor is placed, that row will be selected. If you will click on select column, then a particular column will be selected. If you will click on select table, then entire table will be selected. Now let's discuss how to insert a cells or rows or columns. First we will discuss how to add a cell in the table. The first step is click tools, then click a layout tab. From that rows and columns group, click on the dialog launcher. You can see in the image also. Once you will click on the dialog launcher, a new dialog box will appear. Now to insert a cells, a dialog box is displayed. From that we have to select one options from the given image. First is shift cells right. This will insert a new cells to the left side of the selected cell. Next is a shift cells down. This will insert a new cells above the selected cells. Next is insert entire row. This will insert a new row or new rows. And next is insert entire column. This will insert a new column or columns. Now we will discuss steps to insert rows or columns. To add columns or rows, right click the row or the column, and then from the shortcut menu click the command which you want, that is either click add rows or columns. Another way is you can also do quickly add a row by clicking lower right cell of the table, that means the last cell of the table, and press tab key. Once you will press the tab key, a new row will be added automatically at the end of table. Now let's discuss the steps to add a row or column using ribbon. The first one is select a cell or row above or below where you want to add the row. That means we have to select a particular cell or particular row where we want to insert a new row. Then we have to click in the table tools, then in the layout tab check for the rows and columns group. Now see in the image also, here you have to click insert above or insert below to add a new row either above or below the current row, or you can click insert left or insert right to add columns to the left or right side of the current cell. Now here are the homework questions. The answer of each and every question are already there in the video. You can note down the answer in your notebook. Thank you and stay safe.